Yeah, but
Gives you the opportunity
against
to really
the
break some of
Cypher,
those timings. But for NRG, they're gonna have to pick up some
you'd have to get real deep with stats on this.
Map one.
Okay, KRU on defense, NRG on attack. And
gonna
we're
be
gonna have to
their
wait a little
territory.
bit
They chose to
for
come
KRU to see their attack. And they did have some setups that we saw last time, right? They had a little trap play over towards long.
He has. Oh, here's the drone. He's just trying to break it out early. Expending every bullet almost.
Ducky 0320 with the prime. Thank you so much for the prime usage, mate.
Once more.
Thank you for the 3 months.
The stun coming in, so Kesnet could take that line down long, but I really like how Mada snuck in here. He's on his own. He's got a great timing up short.
Looking like he wants to go for it.
There is no one to stop him.
Oh, he's fully broken the timings, and Kesnet none the wiser. Patience, discipline, being held. Oh my goodness.
So good.
Control those, all good, so good. Mada has cracked open the A site, and it's a frantic approach now from KRU.
It's a wild round, because NRG were originally just going to use him as a fake or maybe a late lurk, but finding that kill changed everything. Keep your eyes on KRU, though. 3 players have run into mid to get a fight going on.
So they're going to break a trip, but obviously don't know the numbers.
Like they could be trying to put some players back in with a smoke like that. Still, just spotting the one. Verno's got to keep an eye on.
Shots on his head.
Up and over. Dart to the side as well. A lot to deal with. And can't quite handle it. What a util just being thrown in his face. Up from heaven, Mazzino smoked and away from that angle. Here. Trying to flip that sight around, but it's still a lot to clear. No one is accounting for the heaven drop out. Weaving in and out. It's all Ethan now. He's going to do a lot from that spot, but Mada again into this spot here. Rattling away with the ghost.
Nice
it's
retake from KRU. As he managed to jump out of heaven and no one's noticed.
KRU putting their best foot forward with another pistol round.
3-pass and push behind.
I swear, it's deja vu. It's Groundhog Day. Every
it's,
single
3-0 for the pistols,
This
chat.
series has been the same thing. NRG in an impossible to lose situation, and then somehow we're dropping out of heaven with no one watching.
No eyes on it.
For Mazzino.
That is messy. Some might say muddy. Don't know if we're getting into
3-0
like
for the pistols.
Glue metaphors that were being used. I think that's the
NRG Stinger buys. Got to pay attention on this one. We've got the Outlaw though. Everyone could be one shot apart from. No, everyone could be one shot.
These rounds slipping away. But it's a force for NRG again, by the way.
Yeah, they've really gone for it, and they wanted to fake over towards B, try to rotate from A, and then walk over towards A. 2-pass and fake on B. We've got 3-passing on A though. They might hold strong here. Oh boy, it's a rough start again from NRG, unless someone goes crazy with a stinger.
Cross into a lot of this one here, but just spamming away with the stingers. There's no real clear game plan, man. This is just throwing anything at the wall and seeing what sticks.
Yeah, they really thought that fake into B was going to do more, but Melzer took care of business on his own with the paranoia. All those A players just stuck to their guns and held on to the
strat, if it worked, dude, the strat's nice.
Really strange position now.
Especially if you can get one over towards B.
Over into the C site, he's going to end up running into trips or that camera down C long. Not much of a chance here for him.
Yeah, he will have an open site at least working for him. KRU in this spot just stacking up over towards A, making sure they don't give away any solo fights. It's
doable. 1-7 HP. You got a camera down long. Yeah, had a camera here. Not really going to feel too confident to use shocks at any point. Doesn't know if he's getting flanked on from garage.
Probably going to be the first to take that contact as he is the lowest player.
Okay.
Rest of them just
very nicely
swinging
done.
straight
The
from
7
behind.
HP managed to just jump out of there.
I am really shocked by this from NRG. Clearly, their read has been that
they're going to have to go down to another eco.
On the force by round 2. Not sure if it's just a thing they feel comfortable on because they got, I mean, obviously because they got the plant down, but maybe thinking that Kesnet is always going for this outlaw. They think they can overwhelm him. He can only get 2 shots off.
But it's just, if you think he's going for the outlaw, wouldn't that prioritize you?
You'd think.
Saving money so you can get full armor? Rather than just trying to go down to half armor all the time? I mean, it's a head scratcher. I mean, it's
force by in the outlaw meta. Yeah.
Disrespect. Maybe not realizing where things are going wrong ever so slightly.
Come on, the outlaw down though. It depends on.
They can shoot back.
Depends on you, so. I definitely think it's not as impactful as it used to be. Like it feels riskier because of it.
NRG. Barely anything to work with coming into this one as they did just kind of topple the economy.
Like maybe you have to change your buy a bit more.
After these 2 losses, it's not like KRU are snowballing in the ult game ahead of them.
Like the fast 2 people that are turning around corners maybe need to have heavy armor.
On both sides.
I don't know. You might have to just think a bit more into it if you know that someone likes to buy an outlaw. It's a nice little jump spot from Adder on this one. This is an eco, so we're going to see how clean KRU can keep this one.
Has just been the complete fake out.
Need to have a good strat for it. I mean, their strat was good.
Kesnet walking up into A lobby. It's going to be a
Just the
permanent
fact that
problem
KRU
for
didn't
NRG,
rotate off, and
they'd have to spend money to use a drone here
can't
to
remember who
clear
was
that
back
out.
at B. It might have been Melza. Just stood so
it's
strong on
Smoke.
this.
It's just a bad
Yeah,
Yes,
and that
respect this
smoke
stuff.
just has a
play
it's just like
backwards.
gapping it, but this smoke has a gap
Nobody else
anyway,
is
just
looking, so he
purely
has to go for
because
reinforcements
you're
as
trying to do
well.
it for vision for further back.
But
They're using like the only pause to actually
Set the sights over towards
capitalize
B.
off of
Yeah,
it.
and it's a full stun, vertical stun from
Okay.
backside from Mazino, so you're not getting in there. Let's try A. Okay,
Yeah.
let's not do that. Okay,
Yeah, okay.
maybe garage.
What is the pivot?
Oh no, there's a forward trip
Right,
on us
trip,
there.
Okay, broken swing.
Okay,
Melza gets
C
the
long.
one.
Let's go C long. There can't be anyone there. Uh-oh. There's a cypher there.
Yep.
Uh-oh, there's a
and
there's a breach.
Siphon softens, and yeah, okay. Play's putting a stop to it.
All right,
so NRG can
similar-
finally play an
similar
honest game
start
after this,
for
at least
KRU.
get some guns into their hands that potentially win them around, but I mean, so far from what I'm seeing,
Ada
it's
gets the attack
What?
off out.
attack side
What
off.
is opping? Okay,
Oh,
to be
okay.
fair,
he swapped it back.
okay, I was gonna say, to be fair, he is only one off of the ultimate, which gives them some better options, and he knows that
57%.
Kesnet, I believe, still has that outlaw in hand, so not
They're
so bad
pinging
going
out
for the
on the
fight.
minimap right now as well, the unbreakable trip position.
That one down C long.
Yeah, but they're actually doing it a bit further forward.
Wait, that's a breakable trip.
Yeah, it's very breakable, but oh my, okay.
Holy, I thought he was
Listen,
going to get two. It's a
Outlaw in
nice
hand,
shot
a lot
though.
of targets onto
And
half
we've got
armor, doesn't
3
really matter for
people that
Kesnet
can
now,
get...
he's all headshots
Dude,
today.
I'm not sure you can have this many
Well
light
respected,
armors when they
though.
knew an
Off the
outlaw was
side,
in play
Dark
anyway
just
though.
tagging up.
Kes-
Two straight
Kesnet
goals
gets
for
out of
Kesnet,
there on 2
barely
HP.
surviving.
Finesse will be so important in this round. There's no trip spawning him out in mid. He's got a great timing to pinch into the back of KRU here and win this critical round for NRG.
He's revealed his
Yeah,
hands.
FNS does...
We dinked Kesnet.
A little bit too
Holy.
early. Oh my
I was going to say,
goodness,
it's good
the
to
ball's
create a
going
lot
all
of
over the
pressure
place.
there, and that
Alley
Omen
is
Flash
excellent.
is
And it's just sweeping
incredible
right
from
through
Malza.
them, man.
It's
NRG.
everyone. The after plant positions are 3 over towards
This
here.
is
They
the
wanted to
fan
put
I'm
over
still
towards
around the
Garage,
world,
and
man.
then
I'm
obviously
hearing
stopped
it.
after
This
they
is
hit the
KRU here
trip.
to play,
And then they
but
were just all
NRG,
stuck on site.
Dare I say, not really turning up.
I mean, this headshot, that was almost a collat, Brent.
Yeah, no, I thought he was going to get double.
And then Finesse.
What's going on? Surely you want the distraction of the side players there for Finesse to get a backstab going. I don't understand why he's maybe feeling like the footsteps are going and he can take that timing, but
It's
there's a
hard
lot
to-
going wrong there.
It's hard to say. I think he took a shot against Kesnet in mid. I don't know if he missed or it was like a dink or something through the wall. Didn't quite see his HP, but yeah.
Timeout called. I mean,
Clearly.
Another early
You
timeout,
also
and
have
they
a
don't
situation
have
where
the
on
best
site, there's 3
money.
players in a line default getting
Lost
triple parry.
bonus with a plant.
NRG
Everyone's
haven't
sitting at
played
like
an honest
3-2.
round yet. They played like a
I'm
pistol
surprised they
before,
had
so lost
as
it.
many
But
light
Eco,
armors.
That was the last round they
though,
played. They haven't got a
considering
lot
they're
to
full
work, but
buy,
this is a
knowing
timeout
an
taken
Outlaw's
for
in play.
tactical reasons, I don't think.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe some adjustments because they have been working the map. They know, roughly where the setup's going to be in terms of where you're putting the
Kesnet, I mean, he's having a performance here. But I think Mel's the one to talk about at the moment. I think Mel's is playing so well.
Yeah, honestly, if I'm
never
looking
knew.
at,
Thank you so much for the
from
tier
NRG's
1.
perspective
Thank
coming
you
into
for the
this timeout,
26
you are looking
months.
for tactics. What I've noticed so far from KRU is their A side has been relatively light. Thus far, it's been the Jet up there mostly.
Yeah.
And they've shown some util early, but then they've moved and been stacking 2 players on B, a couple towards Garage in those rounds. So I think NRG may be thinking back to the pistol
how do they
rounds,
have
the round
way
3
more
where
money
they got
than I
players
thought?
all the way up into
Wait,
sewers.
did they
Might
have?
wanna start
Do they
challenging
have
that
the
area
money
of the
for the
map.
heavy armors, but
Might
then
be
went
onto
for the
something
light
as well.
armors,
Might
knowing
be
that there was an outlaw? They
Normally,
must have.
Backside of NRG's timeouts, KRU have had a good adjustment or a good read, I think.
Yeah,
They
Just
must
want to
have
put
saved
stuff through, sort
extra
of on
money.
abyss.
That
Here,
was an optional
the full line.
choice to have
But
the
they
light
also
armors
dart
when they
as
knew
well.
the outlaw
They do
was
have
in
that
play.
Cypher trip on A long that we saw.
I know it
that
only.
pistol round
I
around
know there
2.
was only a headshot, and like it didn't really matter, but it still seems on paper
breaks
just a
the
mad
timing though on the full
decision.
line, so he's gonna straight
Okay, let's
past.
get into this one because it is a full buy
Potential
round,
stun.
obviously, and
Dark clears most of A long too. Still, as you mentioned,
we got a
A long
Sovo.
trip.
Yeah, NRG are really expecting a refight into long right now. That's why they made so much noise and then froze, and are playing in positions where Psalm wouldn't be hit by a flash, making sure multiple players can't be stunned at the same time. But KRU, contrary to NRG's expectations, have done nothing. They've just rotated a Sova over here and
Okay.
are waiting for someone to walk in.
A default, then sub 1,
Well,
cut
almost down to
sounds,
that minute mark.
and we have
Drone was expended
drone
earlier
that
from
spots
NRG,
them
traded it
far
out.
back.
KRU gets them a bit of
So after
information,
that, you
just
might be
tag
tempted to
into
go
it.
to the angle. Yeah,
I really like that KRU are playing this slowly.
but
though, 'cause I
then
think
does some
sometimes
consider that
NRG
they
can
might
put
go to
themselves
the
out of
angle?
rounds when the opponents don't give them clear info.
Trip
But
gets broken in
Fury, where's this one
garage.
being offloaded? Just from the trip being broken, it's
Yeah.
okay. Just offloaded.
Yeah, they don't
but
get
you're
anything
not
on
getting
for
any
it, but
tags of it.
40
Like,
seconds on
the
this
way
one.
that Diverso
And
it
Spike's
makes-
moving
it's
over
making
towards
Crew
C.
think that it's an A hit because surely Sova hits someone if it's a stack on C.
What is occurring here? I mean, just jumping around. Matters
NRG
making all
have
the
won
moves
this
in the world.
one,
You're
though.
right. The Crew players have already ran over towards A. This is just
Yeah, because they
chaotic,
serve all
really,
over
at
towards
its
Garage, and
best.
they felt like they cleared it.
Matter to galvanize and all, but there's no targets to really try and fry.
Kesnet is going to have this.
Yeah, do they get better after plant positions? This time they go through with their garage push.
Garage fight, yeah. Melza dropped
Oh
in
my
his
goodness.
place. Ethan and
How,
Verno
wait, how did he get a
colliding and
kill?
crashing straight into them. Kesnet, though, it's a bullet to the back of Som just when he was not expecting it. Deep up,
He
touch
got
on
a
the side.
mid kill.
Players on through main need to try and defend them. Dodging, weaving this way and that.
Uh-oh.
Verno
No,
can't
no
survive for
vision
much
block
longer,
though,
still
so you would imagine the
2v2.
two here
Getting
are
off onto
okay,
the
even
side
though they
here.
are tucked in
Versus on trap
towards...
forward, angle, double swing in the face, and the play
Okay,
finally.
it's all good. They're on the board.
NRG winning
One
a
armor
round
rebuy.
out on this map.
3
There we
guns
go.
to
NRG on
rebuy,
the
but
board, and
they
it
saved
comes
so
off
much
that
money from
garage
earlier
fight.
that they're actually alright.
Again, Ethan has been pretty stellar in a few of these rounds. Back on Abyss, he was the sole reason I think.
mean, at least they were...
why that first half went so well.
This is where
for
they were
NRG.
more
Here it's
decisive.
that walking back into the space.
The
These
garage
players sort of
tank.
coming one by one out of window. And just getting in front of Crew's retake, I think, has been effective
Good macro, yeah, they created a lot of pressure.
in this series.
Grouped up though.
And then Cruz Sova all kind of just
Why
worked
plays
against them,
NRG?
to be honest, with the info that they
Forward
got from it.
scene. It's a trip to deal with. They don't have anything for it,
Big
but
jaw here.
Shock Dart might be able to deal with it. Flash into the face of Kesnet.
Leg
That is
shot.
a tag straight through the leg. Not a kill, unfortunately, to be claimed.
Kill trip,
Oh
but
my.
the
Trip
stun
wasn't dealt with.
saved them.
Going to be chewing them all the way up, but they finally break
Oh,
it.
that's a
breach shot to
nice
try and flood
early
the way all the
breach
way
shot.
in
They clear
through.
everything
Gonna try and
here
fight this
in
one too for
NRG.
Nail, but
Gonna
not
have to
finding
come up
any
with a backup
targets.
plan.
Sitting
Bono
ducks,
still has a
potentially
drone
in front
and
of
an
the site.
ult,
It's a
so
quick
that's
pivot
pretty
from
good. He's going to be
NRG.
droning
NRG
off
have to
A
go
at the
into A
beginning
because you
here.
can't stop and re-hit
As we
C
can see,
because
there's
you
no
just
one
use
here.
so much
Oh my
util.
goodness,
Clearing
okay.
out that up again would not be easy.
Maybe not.
That said, the rotates have already started coming in from
I don't know if
Crew.
Adverso gets his
Zeno's
recon.
going to have a stun online
back.
pretty soon as well. I don't know if
4
NRG
seconds
can
might be
full
really
excel
good
into
timing
this.
for him. He might also get spammed if he's out in the open.
Yes,
Great stun.
It's already there. Stun, swinging straight into it. It needs to be supplemented with a little bit more. There's damage
Look
done
at
to
the
a few of
damage
these
done.
players. The counter spam
Nice
is
shot.
good. Kesnet there with the knives. Smoke at his feet. Just
Okay,
try and
big
buy them a bit
3v3.
of safety. 3 versus 3. Plan has to be stuck here. How about Ethan? Front line back online for him. Can try and slow down his approach. The paranoia. Be traded out evenly for it. Smokes into the face of these Crew players.
What a shot.
Finding it hard to get damage done, but Kesnet, Sky, is a wrecking ball man. Just absolutely lights it
Very
all
nice.
up.
Malzer again is done insane.
5-1 being that scoreline. This is Crew.
Kesnet, what a shot from heaven.
They're on an onslaught, man.
Prafu. The
Wouldn't have it any
DFM
other way.
MIBR matches, were they worth watching? I liked watching MIBR earlier. I was impressed with how they looked.
There are 4 people
And
in
definitely
the back
watch
row
the
right
DFM
now
game.
hitting a higher decibel than all of the NRG fans in this studio, Brent.
It's almost like a library. Take me back to the lock-in finals. But Crew, they got that confidence, man. The way that they're taking these fights, it's rapid as well, trying to flood defend in. They're being mobile. Always following the action.
Go, go, go.
It's a rifle in the hands of Mada.
Win
Putting
one,
the
lose
hopes
the
and dreams
next.
into Just his hands, as the rest of the money
And
really isn't ideal for it. Dart.
So no matter
Gets
what, they
attacked.
will get a 2-4
Plays her
loss
up.
bonus.
Verso could be in a
They're
bit of
doing this
trouble.
weird thing that Fnatic used to do with their money.
A ton of breach utility just to get these players from Crew back on site.
Plays her on. They want to try and square up to it. Straight up into the smokers. One Mazzino! God almighty.
Oh
target
god,
rich
he's going for it.
doesn't
2 bullets.
even celebrate.
Very nice on this one. Cleans him up. Was an eco. Doesn't get too carried away, but that's lovely.
Mazzino,
He
listen,
used his
we
ult
love
into the
a
round
good
before,
eco
and
ace. We do
he's
love
almost
a
there
good
again.
eco ace.
Unreal Mazzino, hero of the last round. Now he's coming away with the iBuy power ace.
Dude, someone from like NRG have to win a round just
purely
purely to stop the momentum.
Flashing them both himself too. Impressive work.
You can follow iBuy Power on social media as well. Hashtag unlock your ace. Chance to win multiple prizes, and already the round's beginning. We are 4 seconds in. Clash to be had. One of the first rounds where Kesnet isn't really just holding down the ace out by himself. Instead, this time it's the Verso.
NRG really worried about the op purchase, using the camera.
Yeah, but
and
this was
the
nice
drone
from
to clear
Adverso.
short and long
He's super
respectively.
aware that the
Mada's got one
the
of his
Sova
own.
ult's out, so he can't really commit to this
Side
because if
off
he
to
gets
see if we
tagged
can
by the drone, he's gonna get
Party.
stunned and then ulted.
Cam in through short.
He does go for a play on short, and there's a camera here, but there's no like util off of it. It's literally just camera, and then I guess he's gonna take the duel. Normally you would have like a breach to stun, but
Vanessa's timing needs to be taken when the rest of his team can.
breach can maybe still stun from here. I'm not sure, but he's gonna be occupied.
The shock to try and push them back and away. NRG are not committing.
But they're going to have to.
And the flash goes in. Mada sends it. Adverso wins the duel, sends a recon out to help his teammate as well.
The rest of his team, it gives them that peace of mind and safety to get straight back in and make this defense possible.
Whoa.
They swarmed it now.
Shot.
Entirely up onto the
Kesnet,
side, reveals across the
okay,
board. How the hell are you
shot.
getting away with that, McCom? At least some, I should say.
7-1
Not
NRG.
enough resources.
They got
or
enough
firepower
money
to
to
do
be
it.
able to buy again
7-1, man. 7-1.
KRU have just scattered NRG. I mean, in this round, they get info 5 players over towards A
Yeah, it's
lobby.
a big duel on short to win.
Sir Omens walked all the way down
No
in
pressure
C.
here. Recon's
KRU can
nice to help
stack
the rest
into
of the team.
site, winning that fight down short with Adverso too, just full running and gunning.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just disrespectful. But it makes the round straight up unplayable for NRG.
It's going to be a short day, potentially. Listen to this.
Oh, wait, you had to say it.
The way the
Second
maps are
timeout.
going.
Go for the timeout,
forced from
jeez.
NRG. Second one?
Yeah.
I mean, he's got to.
And I'm sorry, but we are 8 rounds into the game, and Melzer has died 1 time.
Yeah, Melzen's insane.
Yeah. He's on one. He's
9
definitely
and
on
1. Huh.
This is more than adjustments that need to be made for NRG, I think, at this point, because rushing into a lot of these plays, they're just gaps, I think, in terms of what they're trying to go for overall. Yeah. Credit to KRU for capitalizing on it. Listen, takes still a good team, I think, to be able to jump on the opportunities when you are handed them.
It seemed like NRG really thought that their straight-up side hits were going to be able to overwhelm KRU, and
yeah.
I think if you'd looked at some of KRU's VODs, okay, maybe you could see that where a certain piece of utility not being, you know, turned away from, or silver darts being broken, maybe you think, yeah, we can get in there, it can be no problem, but they've been stalled out too early on.
Look at the money
Again,
diff.
it doesn't look like a real strategic shift. They probably want to send more players into short.
Yeah, change up, and KRU expecting them to
re-clearing,
take mid
wrapping
fast. We
around
could
long
op
back
over
into
towards
short.
here.
That has to
And
change, even if it's going to be another full send.
The attack side op has not worked for them this time.
another AD for NRG.
Guardian in play, scrapping together by Deep Smoke Adverso. You really disrespecting this? You've lit up multiple players, man.
Yeah, I mean,
you know that they're taking A lobby.
they're feeling it.
He's up 7-1. You know, it's working for
Okay,
him.
A pressure.
He's not
Question
gonna
mark
pause.
created.
Now, I do like the NRG show that heavy presence, but this time are working into mid. Problem
Similar
is,
thing,
Kesnet's
dude.
been
My
holding this op in
Cypher
mid the
is
last couple
walking
rounds.
down
No
middle.
one's been there, so they don't
He hears the
actually
drone.
know
He's
that the op is lying in
walking
wait.
down middle. The Cypher duelist, and
no way.
you would
There's
imagine
no
he's
way.
absolutely
Shies
on it.
right from behind.
Verna must be like,
It's a
what
dagger
the
to the
hell?
back
It's
for
a
Verno.
Cypher.
How do KRU just find every angle?
It's crazy.
The round
and
NRG
also
finally separate. KRU are just walking at them.
Reading these adjustments to a degree as well,
Yeah.
just understanding that NRG, okay, well, they haven't been breaking any of our Cypher util that we've had spread across the map. Out of the timeout, slower pace for NRG called. Probably going to make an attempt for it, and Shai just finds the gap.
So now Finesse calls a freestyle round. Like, can I find something down C?
Yeah, it's
Our Spike is going to group up with teammates back into mid.
a Scooby-Doo round, that's how I like to call it. Everyone split up and just try and get anything done.
Literally. Even throwing that front B smoke to be like, hey, maybe
Backup
we
plan
could be
30
lurking
seconds
here.
going to
They're
force through
findable players,
Garage. There's
but KRU are
2
not fooled.
people
They're
here.
going to go into the C split, anchoring. Tough
Okay, nice
position.
shot.
Melzer there could have potentially got a lot done. This is NRG. Okay, pressure's on and mounting, but sometimes that's when you perform at best. These KRU
Hey, fair
players
play, man. They managed to force over towards site here and make it look
just
relatively
like
easy.
that.
They
NRG
gotta
set
try
themselves
keep
up
it
now,
clean.
4v2
Yeah, that
spot,
helped.
tagged up, Mazzino.
About to hit some shots.
Get ahead of the time when he was
Fair
tagged up by him. Maybe there was a chance for it. Adverso might still want to go for this. You've got the money. You're one away from the ult. Might as well. Eco damage also
that's
pretty
one.
important, considering how much NRG have been against the ropes. But honestly, Lurk coming through, knife out.
Okay, very, very nice round from Mada.
Nice and simple for Mada. 7-2.
Yeah, 5
7-2.
possible.
Getting alive back in here. NRG, I mean, credit to them to find a way out of this round. Mada getting a couple of critical kills there. It is funny, though, the other round that NRG won also came down to a big garage fight.
Yeah.
That time was in a post plant. That area of the map is working out for them.
Yeah, nice amount of ults as well. war chest is filled up for NRG. If there's a chance to start stringing together a few more rounds where that came from, it's here and now.
First look at an op down short though. Kesnet's got that. Pushed back.
Gotta be tempted to serve at one point here. He's got backup. Especially if this hits.
Emphasis by KRU being placed over towards A as well. Normally playing with just
This is nice from KRU though.
Yeah,
He changed it up.
Never shown the refight into A just yet, so this time seeing that drone,
Double garage
NRG
hold.
quickly accelerating into garage. Melzer right in the corner,
Melzer's
and he gets it.
Imagine he gets out.
On the trigger, just trying to trade this one out.
This
TP
is
through
nice
into the back
insta
of the
ult from
site.
some.
And Verno supplementing with a bit of extra firepower.
3v3,
The C site now cracked open.
and it's a bit of a nightmare because KRU don't have Melzer alive, right? This is kind of the main one for smokes and flash for retake. They still have Sova ult.
Trip in window. Now the ult to push players off the spike.
Hunter's Fury. Doesn't get too much. It's not comboed up with a fault line just to try and slow a player down. It's a bit instinctual from KRU, but that leaves openings if the discipline isn't quite there. And NRG are just trying to hold this one down. It needs to be a little bit of coverage.
Oh, they're taking some space there.
At least stick this one. You're losing gunfights up onto long. The players are already in.
My goodness, what a shot. Holy, they made that one look easy. They stopped the plant so much and then take the timing and just walk out. Mazino had a great shot on some down long.
They just barely dodged away from a paranoia
KRU
and
playing
instantly
great,
started
though.
shift walking out from spawn off the back of it. Caught NRG sort of in transition. They were trying to retreat back into long, get the spike down at the same time.
No, they're doing good.
3 extra seconds. They absolutely did not.
Just losing these critical fights. The overall game plan to start around, I mean, listen, reel your mind back, but it started similar to how NRG won that prior. Trying to go for the slow play. A bit of A presence.
That's brutal, though.
Moving back over towards garage, breaking some of the util as well, trying to force these fights out.
63% of their 4v5s. 5 out of 8 of them.
Last map?
Is that correct?
That's what it said.
Is that correct?
All right, spike out in front B.
Here is a tempo increase.
Hello?
Oh no. Oh no. TP forced by Som, just trying to cut up these angles as
Big
well.
Joe.
To try and close that gap. Mada. Okay.
Yeah, Mada's kind of keeping them in it, to be honest. He got that kill from Garage that enabled them to get the second.
Still, the smoke not going to be dissipating. Doesn't look like any time soon. The rest of his team, NRG, happy to play up close and personal now onto the side. But he's giving good information for the rest of his team. They're going to know that they're playing this one aggressively at first, so you can see patience with the play that he's playing. This is all just from Kesnet, taking this forward position. Util out into the hands. Mada has already got 2 for the troubles. Can he make it a little bit better here? NRG, aggro, the aggression, kills toppled here, and damage done to the final few players. It's Verno closed that one out, so 8-3. There's one more chance.
Ethan has his ult, and this is the, I mean, this is normally a freebie when you have the ult, right? You can go over towards A, save util. How the KRU want to play this one? They haven't been that proactive in terms of like pushing down middle other than the Cypher round we saw. Yeah, I'm going to keep an eye on KRU on this one. Looks like they want to push middle. It makes a lot of sense. It's all because of that breach ults here.
To back them up heading into the second half here, but it's going to start with a mid walk. First time for KRU.
Straight onto the open. Fault line up.
Yeah, this was nice from NRG to expect this. And I think it was as soon as they saw this cage, they knew that this was going to happen. I don't know if that's like a tell of the round, but it felt like it.
Just in case it's an
Because that cage came down and this guy's insta-shock in middle for a swing. Oh boy.
Vanessa's taking first contact, trying to play off of this. Drone swinging wide, skates on the feet of Ethan.
No way. Big Joe. Dude,
Ethan's
kept him alive. Mada's the only person with high HP.
All the way through this. But anything to bail them out.
The round is so awkward though, because NRG can't accelerate into C. They don't have long control. They've got to walk into B. And Ethan's got 2 HP.
Dude, Vasa has 4 util.
Definitely slow this one down if you want to. But
don't get audio of the backside player.
Yeah, they should. Yeah, spotted
Okay,
out.
very, very nice. And they got a free A side now. Melz has been a beast. And this is very doable with the HPs.
Be aware that Melz is not going to be really anywhere near this one. But Melz has also got tools to play with. Paranoia still. Smoke's going to be regenning. Not too sure when, but at some point soon. He's got one back.
And with the HP, he only needs 3 bullets to get 2 kills.
He does the smoke out to make it look like he's walking out through spawn.
Contact for now. Anything to hunt out these players. Smoke to try and divide up this site. planted in an awkward spot here. Paranoia now, he does reveal his hand and has players towards his back now. All it takes is the first peek and the time.
Now what? He's just going to wait
Smoke
for his
up in
next
two.
smoke before he taps the spikes. He wants to get half on this.
Got the fault line. Spots matter. Stuns up, avoids, dodges it. At this point, you're running out of the wing con stun landing, and I believe that circle is shrinking. And he knows it. Yeah, it's a bit whiffy, but listen, a bit comical.
That was sick,
Maybe
dude.
even clowny, but listen, they get
That was awesome.
at the end of the day.
He was looking at the spike and then looking back at him. That was awesome.
A win's a win. We're
A
gonna
win's
take
a
that
win.
one.
It is a win.
A bit silly. I mean, Ethan, again, in this garage spot, finding 3 kills. That wasn't easy at all. And importantly, staying alive with that ultimate. That made all the difference.
That's incredible.
Okay.
It's an elimination match, by the way.
It is an elimination match, as a reminder. Yeah, it is.
I don't know if he knows that, but...
Well, lot of giggles so far, but listen, we're only just getting started. The second half.
Dude, NRG after on a pistol. And this is going to be relatively fun because we get to see if KRU have an attack default, because they didn't have one last time. And with how this defense went and how much prep they put into it, I imagine they for sure do. I reckon they probably have some good stuff on attack. Doom Bros, I'll be your assistant coach. Come on, Doom Bros, give us a Doom Bros. Have you had any offers yet or not? I know it's early in the year, but I just wanna check. I'm not talking like last, like for building new teams. I'm talking now. Any interest? People being like, hold up, we need an assistant coach or a coach. Go read your theory. Oh wait, is this what I was talking about? Have I literally just said what you said out loud? Theory, it takes, oh boy, do I want to read this one out? I mean, I get where you're coming from, Desp. He says read the theory. Okay, so Desp's theory is it takes FNS around... Dude, this has similar vibes to the 105 page, to be honest, but it takes FNS around 30 rounds to have a great read on the tendencies and style of his opponent's IG out in a match. Reason why his teammates are known to lose map 1 and then come back on map 2 and 3. Yeah, but you don't have the... I mean... I get where you're coming from. I love that you went for the 30 rounds. I'm not sure about the map 2 and 3 thing, because it kind of changes on every map. Let me unmute. Rexit, thank you so much, by the way. Thank you. I appreciate the bits. It's 3-0 at the moment.
Good news is, from garage window, there could be a breach done that helps Mata out all the way across
But
that
I do
corner,
get what you're saying.
stunning up all of short.
I do get where you're coming from. I like that you went for the 30 rounds. That's what was cracking me up. No offers teams are happy. Okay.
Yeah, gets the tag and the stun. Follows up through, off to the side.
When you start getting some Doom Bros, we want to be the first to know.
As well. Plays himself back
That's all we are.
There's a smoke. Potentially, if he wanted to just try and take another peek, but no. Plays his life now for that retake.
Wow, Finesse
Oh, it's a hard retake, no? They still have Omen Flash.
Cypher was not clicked into it. So him on the flank is going to be somewhat
Yeah, and I think they know they have Omen Flash, so they're going heavy over towards Heaven.
Didn't pull the power
So, Omen Flash sight. Mada gets a kill on Heaven and they're going to bust it.
Mada's already picked off the one.
Chat, they're going to tank this Omen Flash.
The flank, so Finesse's timing here is going to be immaculate.
Yeah, he's looked his way all the way back. This could be the pistol round that they needed.
Time's going to get a little bit low.
Trying to bait the
Let's see what FNS can do.
Corner, and it's worked ever so slightly. Colliding and clashing. Finesse going to align
pretty
into
good.
that spot. Verno off from
Yeah,
the
he did
side.
very good. FNS did what he had to
And they
do.
got it done. Some said it was impossible. But a pistol round for NRG, 8-5.
They made it happen. And straight up, the two major things there. Again, Cypher camera in mid. As the sight hit is going down, that's when Finesse chooses that timing to make the mid lurk happen. So he sneaks past that. And then second, I think it's Verno, or sorry, it was Mata that gets the kill on the sole flank watch down on long to let him get in there. Even then, it came down to be close because KRU were trying to fight towards spawn, but really Finesse finding that walk-up opportunity paved the way.
Yeah, he knows it's possible.
No forces on the side of KRU. Kesne with the Guardian,
Double
though. Being
outlaw.
opted into this.
love this.
It's a lighter play, isn't it? Just
Kesnet
So
gets
that-
dropped a
it's
Guardian
not quite a hero
and
rifle,
buys
but
heavy
it can do
armor.
some damage.
Yeah, we saw C9 do this a lot last
against the
year with Oxy.
double
And with 4
outlaw.
players on
Might
light armor, that's
actually
double body shot to get kills with the
actually
Guardian.
have some
Definitely is.
potential here.
Jump spot.
Dude, if they lose A, they can't
Okay, now he's
retake, by the way.
revealed the hands.
Judge,
Aw.
Judge and Outlaw for a
I do
retake.
like that Mod is going for this boost, jumping out of heaven onto default over to triple.
You could maybe switch,
Sometimes
right?
you
I
can
guess you could switch the
disregard that
Judge to
ability when you're
Madder
not
and then
playing
Madder
against
could
a
slide in,
gentleman
but
other
he's
team.
over A
It's
anyway, it
already
doesn't really matter.
conditioning crew that he likes to play up there.
It's a lot of pings down over towards short. Looks like
They insert one over towards
calling
short, and
out
then they're
that
going to
even
hit
can
B,
fault
and then
line
we're going to have the
reclear if
lark
they
up.
need.
And that means they don't really have to commit
taking
over
this one
towards B
slowly,
if they want
steadily.
to. We'll kind of see.
it's good information
Like
on
if
the
they get
eco
a
as well.
lot
You
of
try and poke across, see where
resistance
the
here,
defensive setup is.
the Cypher can take space, and then they can go back if need be.
We're so patient here. They don't want to finish into B. They're trying to
Oh
catch
boy.
over rotations.
Oh, give me this Judge
It's gonna
cam.
be rough, though.
Oh, I thought they were going to go here.
Or not.
Very
Okay.
That would've been
awkward,
so
'cause
many
right
kills.
now, Shy is down short. Mod is pushed up into lobby. Mod would
Madder
have no idea,
pushes
but there's
up.
also no
He
reason
has
for
no
Shy to
idea
really
that
turn
someone's
around.
over towards
Yeah.
short. It's going to get a little bit weird.
Just being
20 seconds on this one.
constantly, just in case there
We
is
got
that push.
Verno back
Default
at
line
sight.
out up towards the front. Plant, mills it, sticking it out through the back. That's Verno taking a peek. And with the weapons in hands, yeah.
Oh, that's the heavy
Light
armor.
work
Okay.
onto a
I was going
multitude
to
of
say, I was
players
like,
here.
what?
Shy being that backup plan. Not really too much you can do.
This is nice info though for NRG. Like even
Yeah, Shy was spending most of the
they keep
round
this one clean.
taking pics
Double
for the
armory
gram
buy,
then
and they got info that this guy
too,
was
influential in that one.
inserted over towards short, so they might need to look out for that in the future.
But that's important. I mean, NRG having a flawless round there. Finesse, I don't know. Did Finesse actually shoot the Judge? I don't remember if I even
Nah,
heard
he
that
didn't
come
shoot the
in,
Judge.
so
I'm pretty sure they don't know about it.
it's not necessarily given away. I think he just held his ground in garage the entire time. Didn't indicate that he had that weapon.
It's going to be a very nice bonus round here for NRG. At least in terms of the money, which it's been a rarity so far.
For sure.
Again, they switched
Wow,
one
look
of the
at Crew, by way.
outlaws for the Guardian
They're on
that was
a
down.
Guardian and a Stinger because they know there's an outlaw on the other side, so they're low buying to make sure they have the heavy armor.
Yeah.
Yeah, this makes sense from Crew.
Smokes are going out here. Cam dealt with. Whoa, taking a peek.
Yeah.
It's danger.
Oh,
It's
no.
definitely danger
How?
there too.
The Stinger.
through the
Spam.
wall.
The Stinger!
Silly.
I imagine that
Distance.
Mazzino did all
By
of the
way,
damage
trap
there and
setup,
he
there's
finished him
camera
off.
Finesse is looking through.
Because there's
Also,
no
just
way that
shoot
that
you
should
with the
ever be
Judge in that
happening.
corner.
It's definitely going to be favoured. Any players start walking straight back into him, Judge in hand.
I mean, Som could also send a Paranoia to help him out after his first shot. There's a lot of ideas for NRG.
Uh-oh.
John's going to surely tag. Yeah, they've seen it. Okay.
Yeah, they've seen the Judge now.
Now they
Well,
know.
those ideas were good on paper.
Yeah, that's nice. It's nice,
Whoa.
Okay,
Sure.
where'd that come from?
He solo owned
Yeah.
Really
it.
unaware.
So
I
the
mean,
thing is,
he had a
Finesse,
couple of
he's more
solo
a big
rounds on
picture
attack as well, in
guy.
my
Yeah.
opinion.
Mata handles the day-to-day.
The day-to-day,
Yeah,
the
that's
heavy
what he's
lifting.
in charge of.
Yeah, the pistol round aces potentially.
Yeah. The Guardian 3Ks,
Yeah,
winning the
yeah.
bonus, yeah. You can count on the guy.
Still good damage.
140 for Kesnet. Still lands
Yeah,
that
you
shot.
know
Now,
that
this
Judge
is a
can now kill one
2v3.
at any
NRG
range,
are
really.
Not out of the danger zone just yet, but another kill might be enough to do it. Listen, ult earned, and why not? Kesnet's low enough. They stand their ground, but you're just going to be
Okay,
cleaved
very
down.
nice. Dude, he's 21
Bonus
to 10.
converted.
He has 21 kills in 15 rounds.
And at this point, NRG might just be right back into it.
Mata getting back involved.
Yeah.
Out of all the rounds to get an ace on as well, the bonus
power ace in this
is
game.
very,
Man's on fire.
very nice, dude. It's up there.
Wasn't going to allow Mazzino to have the only one. He wanted a chance himself, and he really did that all on his own.
That's an eye by power ace.
There you go. Hedge. Oh, a little
Ooh.
collab
Line up
action.
for that.
Yeah,
Another
calm on it.
headshot, and then ooh, smooth with it.
That's what you need to convert the bonus.
So different. I'm so different. I'm so different.
He's 21 and 10. He's 21 and 10 currently. Probably deep into. Oh no, not quite. Timer ticking.
The crazy
Thing
thing too is he was doing this in
Light
this series
armor,
against 100 Thieves.
Guardian.
Yeah.
In a
They
close
want to go
series, put up
fast with this one.
ridiculous numbers. Stepping up when the team needs him.
Over towards Garage. This is a nice little
Through the
bait.
tempo
NRG can
increase
set
here.
up with some halo.
Straight and forwards. Classics out just in case there were trips close and forwards. After shot, hello.
That
Only
was
avoided.
his teammate.
That's taking a bit of damage from it. Cuts it up though. There's a paranoia and a flash forward. He's spamming away. He's revealed it. He's got
Chat, he
reinforcements.
was
Players are
blind.
drifting into the side
Don't
to
go
try and
too
help and
crazy. He
assist.
did tank a flash.
Heavy presence actually, just from these NRG players. TP forwards, Melzer as the follow-up and play shy, drifting in and out.
Yeah,
But ultimately NRG with a pretty heavy handle on things. Doesn't get away from them.
I mean, bringing things all back up to even. Good stuff. Now, KRU gonna call a timeout. That was just stingers for them. They've got the rifle here, but yeah, that paranoia catching Kesnet on his way out. Was still able to find the first kill.
At what point do we start to think back as well to the last time that KRU was playing on Haven? The difficulties they were having on attack.
True.
Because it's 4 rounds in a row, a timeout called for KRU as well. When they played against Loud, they really struggled, I think, with just...
Oh, I mean, when they
Loud
played
making
against
sure
Loud, they
filled
didn't
up
have
all
a
the gaps
default.
on the map.
And
With the slow attack play
have we
of
seen them
KRU,
have an
they
A
couldn't quite
default?
get
Yeah,
a
they had an
handle
A
on it.
default. They
Lobby
inserted
control
one, I'm
until
sure.
already saw Mata get away with
We know it
with his
exists.
three-piece just by pushing mid.
Yeah, there was a lot of these moments where in mid-rounds, either, you know, a drone's not clearing a corner or
Yeah.
a smoke's just off, or you're not quite expecting that walk down. And obviously KRU will have known that, and Coach Adam will have talked with them extensively about working on holding
Simple
that A lobby
underscore
control.
Val with the tier 1.
Something that NRG
Thank you,
can
thank you.
try
Appreciate the
to
A
poke and
months.
prod with, but I like that you mentioned too that NRG aren't just limiting their
Why
options
does
to
Paul
that side
Chan
of
look
the map. They
stressed
are
out?
challenging,
Come on,
you know,
dude.
with those mid-walks too.
He's a map down. They were 8-4 down in the half. Like, they're close to getting 2 nils when
Just
most
taking a
people would
gander at
expect
that
them to win.
scoreboard. Listen, it's a heavy
Like, you gotta...
Heavy-handed performance
you
by
must know
Mada.
the answer to the question, dude.
Obviously-
He's obviously a little
Bottom,
bit
but
stressed
again,
out.
It doesn't really matter about the scoreboard at the end of the day. What matters is that you win the maps.
I think finding a way for Kesnet to get involved here early as well. Hasn't been having his typical blistering performance
Oh, dude.
on the attack side.
Yeah.
But it's going to be a big fight for A lobby here. I mean, NRG are fully stacked, 4 players ready to go.
You're going to see that clash. The bath bar here. Fault line, but just holding. This is going to be a re-clear protocol by NRG. That's going to be put away, though. Drone offered up instead, just catching onto Kesnet.
Really patient.
Yeah.
And Ethan's held the stun this whole time.
Waiting. It's going to be disrupted. Both teams just playing a game
Yeah,
of chicken,
late
honestly, just
take
seeing
over
the
this. They thought they were a
signs
little
of
bit
life,
closer
see if
than
they
they
go for this
actually
green
were.
flag play, and
So
NRG
KRU,
have
similar
missed their
default,
moment.
and then they kind of cut
Patience by
some, but
KRU.
this recon went
Yeah.
deep, and they kind of
And
revealed
now
that there was still
moving
people
into
over towards here.
Garage, with the
Oh, he
judge.
didn't
Wait,
clear the corner
excuse
again.
me?
Clear the corner.
Wait, what's going on?
Oh, he doesn't even respect it. Finesse is just out of there.
I was
Versus
so
did the
confused. He
same
thought
thing
I
in their game
saw
versus
him.
Loud, and KRU lost a round for
This
it.
time not punished, though.
Whew. Moment of relief. Deep breath.
He's trying to catch up with the
Because now the
drone.
round state's kind of visible for NRG.
That's
They have no garage
incredible.
control,
Yeah,
no
chat, he
B
thought
They've
it
got a
saw
stack
him.
on A. Luckily for them, that's where KRU are going, but it's really uncomfortable to play this round out now.
It's a fantastic read, though.
It's incredible how many
All their players up
situations
forward, so they have players
that
ready
are
to
weird
deal
that
with a lot of
he's
this
involved
stuff.
in,
Stun
though.
is
It's
lovely.
awesome.
Yes, they do. Dad is
Oh,
immediately
that's
dealt
a
with
fast kill, by the
lovely
way.
pre-aim as well. Just
They're super on
anticipating the
top of
movement
his pathing that he
and
likes to do.
positioning of Kesnet. Hunter's Fury. Nothing to be found with it.
Yeah, and they might think
Just
this
gonna be
area's
throwing
clear
almost
because he dodged
anything
the
into
ult
this
pretty
fight
well.
Here, but already one step ahead is
Oh.
NRG. He's going to take that raw gunplay in hand. They're not even aware
Okay,
of
it's
the
all
fact
good.
that someone's
And Mada
coming
got
up
an
these
extra one on top.
angles. And now NRG, 1 round ahead. I don't know who made that call, but maybe Finesse himself as well. I think just reading that the drone was coming through and they didn't end up killing him.
I
That's
mean,
fake
yeah,
pressure.
they didn't
I mean,
follow the drone.
truthfully, I
He
think
realized it was
this
fake
is the
pressure
way you
because he's
beat KRU.
alive.
You have to find those little angles because
Dude,
they're
it
bursting
must have been
into
crazy
Even see
confusing,
Finesse there that
confusing
entire
for the
time
guy in
he
the
backed away.
drone.
I
Also, why is
genuinely
he
think it was
droning
that.
and
The
not
fact that
clearing
they didn't
close
end up chasing
left?
down
The
Finesse
main
and killing him,
angle that you were
going
clear.
into like a
I'm
a
so
safe
confused
space
at
to
that.
execute or whatever, but
Yeah.
it's just an instantaneous read. Okay, they gave us A pressure at the beginning. They've taken A control this entire time. We weren't able to root them out. It's a good call.
And now KRU forced down onto Sheriff, just getting
Bro.
absolutely slaughtered down long.
Yeah, but they read this one. They were on top of it.
Heroics.
They were 1 ult away from ult, right? And they realized that they were going to get
Around
Kesnet's
here in
ult.
this cage.
Spam.
Feet of Shy. And cuts it up though. I'm anticipating that. It's a stun to
Good-
potentially save you, but
Ooh,
okay.
that's...
Quick
Dude,
play by Kesnet.
can't
was
believe
a
that
nice
hit. He
suspended
didn't
though
even
as a
full
result
peek
of it,
out.
and those guns not necessarily retrievable, but maybe if they can get their way in. Okay, he's found himself something. He's being peppered though from multiple angles. Hunter's Fury even just
Yeah, they really
being
don't
used
want
to try
to...
and help them out. Push back the attackers.
Really don't want to lose
Those
this
are
one,
still
but
finding one in
somehow
the chaos.
Adversa's dodging a Sova
shocking.
ult and he's got a kill.
And now that front beak smoke, again, makes it very hard. Can't guarantee which side a player could have worked on out on that. So
How's he-
NRG have to stay
how's he
grouped
won
up
that?
around mid, cover all their bases. That's going to let KRU get this walk down over onto the C site.
He was stunned as well. He was stunned
Now,
as well.
truthfully, Ethan still has 2 flashes. There's a recon.
That's
Ethan's stun will be back
insanity.
up for the retake.
30 seconds left.
KRU's best chance would have been if they could walk up and actually get some space on the site before planting, but they don't have time for that.
No, Ethan's going to put a stop to this most likely, almost immediately. It's picture perfect. Crosshair placement.
Ooh,
Low
that
bit of
was
jump spot
nice.
as well.
That was very nice.
A little bit of a glimpse of prime Ethan there, I think, as well. The thing that really separates him as a player is just the game sense. He had peace of mind. They knew the garage was controlled up.
Okay,
I mean, he's been really
6 in a
standout
row on
today.
defense,
I
8 in
think
a
even
row
with the loss on
altogether
Abyss,
round
he was
wise.
strong.
Yeah.
I think
And
his
double timeout.
impact kills he has been getting are massive.
Yeah,
Even a couple
that's
rounds back, he was
mental of that
finding
hit, by the
first
way.
kill on a Kesnet,
Dude, he was
executing
stunned
on
up,
the A site,
chat. You're
jumping in
right.
through the sky.
Yeah.
That helped all his teammates flood in, all his teammates that were stunned up. He's been very steady, and I mean, if you look at it, it's kind of crazy that him and Mata combined got 43 kills this game.
You're joking.
Those two players have
Yeah,
43,
okay.
the rest of the team's got 19 combined.
That's quick maths right there. I mean,
I can add.
second KRU.
We're getting a 3rd map.
Visa
I mean, KRU
timeout.
haven't had an
And
attack
this
round
is-
yet, mate.
It's 6 rounds in a row for NRG.
It's looking
the
like
map
it.
at this point has gotten out of hand to them.
We've seen
And
crazier
it's the
things
same
though, but
difficulties, but just the overall slow play that KRU are just trying to embody on their attack side, work the map a little bit. It's getting away with them.
It's kind of always been the KRU story, at least to me on their attacking side, where I think
Yeah.
KRU succeed when their lurk players are feeling very good finding their windows, you know? You know, back in the day, you know, Kesnet would play this Jet, and it was all about him finding lurk opportunities. And towards the end of last year, they sort of changed their tune, because all of a sudden Kesnet was playing a lot more of the Neon. Jet was fading out of the patch. They were working a lot more on these full exec hits, these faster rounds.
27 to 12.
But they've kind of slid away from that, going back into these Jet ideas, and it just hasn't quite worked in those details of their side hits. That's where NRG are
Damn.
finding the pockets where they can play and not be spotted out.
That's nice to have.
Interesting stat about Ethan.
Cows are
To be
cool
honest.
with
I
the
mean,
tier 1.
he's
Thank you
definitely
for
one
the
of
10
smartest
months.
players that we got in the Americas League for
Where
sure.
did they even
in terms
come
of
from?
game sense.
I really like how he positions himself
Thank you so much,
on site.
Cows.
But KRU, this will be a big one for them. Down to nothing on
Okay,
the
after
money.
the timeout, they force over
Moving
towards
towards
Garage.
this C-side.
Got a smoke that would
Backplat still has stun. If
block
they try
the
to come out
camera,
of garage,
but
they're
obviously they
getting
got rid of
killed.
it.
Do they have anything to try and punish this one here?
But
Taking
Ethan is
contact.
so ready.
Ethan was holding
put
down.
the
It's a
stun
yeah,
on.
until,
Oh, no.
yeah, no one was holding for it. Ethan didn't feel safe to even do that.
Whoa.
Paranoid sweeping forwards. Oh, no way. Patience and discipline at its core. This guy has just absolutely saved the day for them. You can scurry away and try and save that gun. Still, Spike dropped down into the middle of nowhere. A lot to break down, honestly.
I mean, talk about Ethan being in the right position.
Yeah.
You never
Yeah.
expect Finesse to have teammates around him when he's anchoring a site. Loves to play on
I
his
mean,
own
the
side.
bait,
Okay,
the
there are
bait was
chances for
incredible.
Elsa, maybe potentially with the ult, but
Yeah.
Intentional or unintentional, the
I
bait was
think
incredible.
It's better just to keep the gun, but that's a long
Yeah.
time to try and
Yeah.
survive.
Dude, Ethan's playing like Mad. I
But
mean,
again,
Mad is
like
playing
that round, I
unreal,
think,
but Ethan's playing
demonstrated
good as well.
everything. Okay, minus Ethan, you know, putting a stun away at the exact wrong opportunity. But again, KRU find the opening kill, and back plat, that spot you've got to clear. But because it's Finesse, the guy
KRU,
they're taking down.
Yeah, they're
they
not
see
doing
him
great at
be the
clearing
one they
angles,
take.
but
They
this
don't
one, I mean,
expect
this
anyone
one was
else to
more
be hanging out
understandable
on
than
the
the
weak
garage
side of the
drone
map.
for
And
sure.
I got to give credit again to NRG. I think even though the setup did have gaps, as we saw, I mean, FNS got caught, relatively unaware.
Yeah, but I mean, he's
Yeah,
calling
that's
the
just,
setup
that's
as
just a
well.
small execution error, because there
They-
should have been a stun.
Yeah, they read the, or at least something to take contact off of the
Sure,
side. You know
sure.
what I mean? Rather
Oh
than
yeah,
just
they thought they weren't good at
FNS dropping off
context
the
all
blocks,
the way
but
up.
KRU out of timeout, they make the call, okay, we're going to start to remove some of this garage util so that they don't have as much information to work with. They go towards it, but Finesse has already moved his setup up over towards the C site. Both trips moving over to at least play over towards that direction. So NRG are just, they're one step ahead currently.
Okay, but
That they are.
Breachout is the one.
Flawless second
Breachout
half,
is a
and it's
free
complete
round,
inverse
so they
of this.
decide to go
Yeah.
kill trip,
Finished 13-8.
and they're going to show early pressure.
Curious.
Because again,
Modder's just gonna
Breachout
be
is a
holding
free A
windows here with
site.
the op in mid.
Too much util you in the after plant, so
NRG have really switched up their
NRG
setups. It's-
should be
it's a
doing
solo
something a
Ethan
little bit
towards C.
proactive,
It's Mata holding
and everyone
just
should
to make
kind of
sure
be on
Sam
top of
can
that.
get into
Like
the
this
cubby.
little
It's a
bait
full
in,
bait
though.
setup for the Omen.
Oh, what a shot!
Dude, Mata is
Yeah, and
going
then
to
do
be
they
pushing
consider
30
this?
kills at this point almost.
He's not a,
surely.
oh,
This
okay.
guy, he's dropping them.
Well, Som doesn't even get a chance to get any kills, and that's
Double
going on.
face up, jump spot almost punished.
Spot 2 on short is over
Henry
there.
Santaverno, Mata wants to go for another peek. And
Ah, he's
not?
everywhere.
Stunned up,
It's a nice stun from
slow to a
Ethan.
crawl. know what the second one is as well.
Yeah,
Despite
give me another.
dropped down. 30 kills reached for this guy. I wonder if his back's hurting yet.
Yeah, the net's closing in too with Psalm walking down mid.
Yeah, they know everything. This is going to be 12 for NRG. It's inevitable at this point. The exit's covered. And no even attempt to play for KRU. They just want to hold on to what little they can. Just a Guardian and a rifle, if they even will be allowed to.
Yeah, at about 15 seconds, the hunt is going to be on. And KRU better hope they can hold their ground.
Now they're making a go for it.
8-4 half? Yeah, it was 8-4. In every round in a row at the moment.
17 seconds. And how important these guns are. NRG.
Mal the
So
Bard,
goes
thank
down,
you
let's
for
get
doing that.
moving.
Thank you for the bits, mate.
And they send it flying forward.
Appreciate
Still
you, dude.
toppling a few of these players here, but some just drifting in from the flank. Paranoia. Maybe expended. Can he keep this weapon in his hands? So damn important. It's going to be Util as well. Shorty
get 'em all.
in play. Oh!
Doesn't really matter for NRG,
Yeah,
they got
it's
so much
tight
money.
timing.
Okay, 4
Might be wondering,
chances.
was that worth it for NRG?
And that is a streak
Throwing
and a
that many
half.
bodies away.
Yeah,
Look at
Melzer,
that.
genuinely,
Ben.
Melzer already had the ult, so it's NRG that are stacking orbs. Money didn't matter, and they got one of those guns taken away.
Mada is just, he's brutalizing.
Yeah, the op headshots really just adding insult to injury.
But this is it. NRG up to 12. It's not just a string of rounds, man. It's a whole collection.
Mada?
of
I mean,
them
yeah, mate,
so
Mada's
far. The defensive
the
half has
reason
been
that they
all
have
NRG.
that they had doubled their
had
rounds on defense as
answer.
well. I mean, sorry, on
Macro
attack.
play and adjustments they've tried to make. NRG have always been one step ahead.
Yeah, once again, a weird setup. It's Mada and Psalm playing mid together, Ethan playing real deep. I can't tell if he's in heaven or in hell with that breach. Yeah, he's boosted up. So again, ready to get a pretty nasty stun line into long and counter this out.
Breach
Ooh.
A lot of players playing towards the one side, but they couldn't be caught by this one still.
NRG
Stun
messed
did
up
connect
here
onto
though,
Verno,
no?
and he was isolated on a bit of an island.
'Cause the same thing that I said in the
trying to
round
help him
before
out
kind of
there.
applied for this one.
Taps.
He tanked the ult, you
onto
would
the
imagine
spike
they
now.
got too
Finally
much
committal.
util here.
NRG are going to
Saying
take their
that,
time. They don't have,
it's a
look
doable
at-
retake. Omen
And
flash
Finesse has just
out,
broken the trip on
breach
the other
damage
side.
out.
So now KRU feel those walls closing in. It's shy to try
Don't think
and find
Mazzino should use his
FNS
breach
here.
damage there.
And he catches him without a gun out!
Yeah, just not quite expecting that one still. NRG could make a play towards this one. But now the flank is no longer a worry for these KRU players. Dart up and over. Paranoia on top of it. Som just trying to create an opening. Crack open the site from many different angles. A lot of openings still ready to be claimed.
Ethan
from the
is-
high ground, but he's
He's
one man at
popping
this point
people
on
from
V2
heaven every
scenario.
time he
Next
peeks
turn
out.
to him. Does he really want to try and play for this? Exit still valuable when the money is being
Ah,
stretched
every
in.
single peek he got one.
Playing to your outs even at this point of the game, but KRU, I was going to say breathing a sigh of relief. Maybe not at this point, to be honest, because it's still sketchy.
I think the money will still be a little bit awkward for them.
Yeah. But at least they get a round win and at least they're still alive.
Yeah. And honestly, it's another situation where I think if Ethan had maybe
First
used
round
his
on
stun
attack.
from here
Yeah,
to
and in my
block those
opinion, it's the
players
only
out
round
long,
that
'cause he wasn't
NRG
hit
have
by the
like
breach- or by the
macro
breach ult on
misplayed
the
the
other
round.
side. I'd been able to keep
You
Verno
can't
alive on
you can't
site.
just sit on site and
Hard
just
to
tank the
say.
breach out.
So KRU come into another one here. Couple light armors, Guardian on Mazzino.
alright.
Yeah.
Problem is the ults are
Three-
not working for them. Not yet anyways. Verso still a
3
couple off.
chances. Do I feel confident KRU can do it? Not
Play on
really,
towards A
but
lobby.
like I want to see KRU win a round
Committed
because
onto the
it's
angle
because
here,
of
just
what
droning
KRU
this
do.
That's a lot.
There's a lot of danger. Yeah, they're almost spamming him, almost like they
It is,
knew.
it's weird too,
Yeah,
'cause
and
the
he's
sniper
acting big
util
at the
is all
moment, so
stacked
they're
on
less
this A
likely to
side. I
think that
they
the
wanna
trips
play
are here.
spam off those trips from heaven.
Yeah.
And have options to fight into mid in the mid
Yeah,
round.
and he's
Even
ready
see
to leave
Psalm
the
has crept
site,
into
and
C long for the
FNS
time
goes
being.
over towards heaven, and he's got an extra chance with the camera to
Position. A lot of mid-round information.
spot one as well, or tag one.
Play with that. Good awareness and understanding. There's a minute mark here. And
KRU
this is KRU
cut
just
sounds,
holding.
they might be
They're hoping
pushing
they're
over
gonna see
towards
that
anywhere
retake,
else
because
on the
honestly,
map,
they've only
but
seen
as
this
we can see, we've
over.
got
What they're
relatively
expecting,
good
I don't
info.
think they're be feeling out that they could be the
It's too
type of
quiet.
setup
But now the
here.
stun is back up. They're going to exit.
Start missed. Oh my god, it collided
Oh,
straight
he
into
went
the bricks
he
up
went
and over
over
the top.
one and
Gonna be
under the
dodging
other.
most of these trips coming your way. FNS gets spammed up in
FNS
heaven.
FNS gets
Oh
spammed
dear.
back.
Still,
They spot the trip here, they realize what he's going for, and they
done
just
and
into
dusted
spam
just
him
yet
back.
for NRG. Potentially still get back into this one, but it's going to be a bit harder when your Cypher setup was dismantled.
Oh, Mod is going for the flank. He's gotten up now, but he's going to pop that ultimate and speed up this flank. Not too long from now.
Heaven entirely open. No smoke available for it. Pre-aiming. Okay, keeping at the back of the
Yeah,
mind.
pre-aiming for the recon.
The darts in play.
Unless they're calling to save the
Core
4v5.
gets made to
Wow,
save.
okay.
They got really good money.
I don't hate it.
Okay.
Do they need to?
I don't hate it at all,
Is it
actually.
just that they don't want to give
2-4?
away ults?
They don't want to give away ults. They also, I think in order to make this round win, they would have needed
I guess they
Mod
would
to use
they
his
would give him a
ultimate on that
Sova
flank.
ult.
And they weren't in a good enough position to rely on that. He was walking into a tripwire.
Yeah,
At the
and
end of
maybe
the
they
day,
feel
what
like
they
they
can
have a
also do,
read
NRG,
on the
is they know
fact
they
that
have
when
2
they
rounds to
are
play
one
with.
away from an
Ethan's
AWP, like
3
they
ults
like
away
to
from
go
his
for it,
ultimate.
so they might have a punish over
So they're
towards
gonna
C.
make sure that he
and
has
they
that
could use
online
that to
at
their
least in round
advantage next
24.
round.
This also
Who
guarantees their
knows?
buy. They should have a buy in both 23 and 24, carrying it
The
through
fact
the
they
end of
didn't even
half.
do a little bit of hunting when someone had 4 makes
Two
me
more
think that
chances for NRG.
they definitely didn't want that Sova ult to be in play.
The setup was, I mean, they put some thought into it, I guess. You know, as you mentioned,
Yeah, they bring the op over towards C, so maybe that was a
I don't
thing.
know if he had a Vandal and just got counter spammed, or just
it might be
straight up
too
got
obvious if
counter
they
spammed even
saved.
without the bullet tracers.
Yeah.
That was
This
tough.
time,
It's gonna be fun.
heavy play from NRG. Grouped up, it's 3 players. Making a go of things.
And remember what NRG showed last time? It was the drone and then nothing else. I was thinking maybe Ethan would hold the stun, but instead he wanted to get that orb. Remember I was saying that he
Okay,
needs to
crew,
get that orb
late take
this round,
of A.
and that should guarantee
So
him
let him get close in theory,
the ult in round
and then try and
24.
punish someone close with a drone and then stun. Smoke to block short as they take long.
Connects. Ethan,
Damage to clear this corner
Util
as
being
well.
expended here, but they want to hold this one with at least a few more
Cage
of their
close once
players.
the smoke goes. And similar thing to earlier, they cut sound to create pressure around the map.
Could stack A off of
And
that. I
then
think
we
that's the
had
right call.
from NRG an instant drone over towards middle, cleared middle.
He's hearing it.
We've been watching Garage. We've got a camera that watches along. And they got 4 people on site. Like this should be it. NRG should pop them here.
Dart over towards the back this time. It is going to be dealt with. Players trying to flood their way straight back. Inferno's there, alive with the rifle in hand, tapping away. Crouch, step inside
very
the
nice.
smoke. Is how they seal that one up, 13-10.
It's a lovely
Just
comeback.
needed one at the
Shout
end
out
of
to
the
this
day.
guy.
Okay,
He
and
played great.
NRG
Honestly, shout out to Ethan as well. I
Take it
feel
one
like Ethan
step
played
further.
really
We
well
will
also.
be going to bind.
That
Fun
is
game though.
fantastic fight
Dude,
back
if it
from
started the
NRG in
other way
second half.
rounds, we would have been...
Put together an absolute
we wouldn't have found it as
string of
fun,
rounds,
so
and it is led
it
by
was
the
cool that it
champion,
started off with us
Mada.
getting a little
30
bit worried with
kills
8-4
to
half.
14 deaths. Ethan not too far behind them.
I mean, it's an absolute gulf between those two top performing players. And
The
NRG and rest
30
of
round
their team.
theory.
At the end of the day, as I
Yeah,
said many
maybe
times during
Desper's
that map,
right.
it's the map win that
Might be
matters.
right.